2 hours left. That's all, just 120 minutes, and what's already been written in heaven will begin to move in your reality. Archangel Michael says, "This is only for you. Don't tell anyone." The angels have whispered your name tonight. Your house, your energy, your destiny. It's all about to shift, but there's something urgent you must hear first. Please don't ignore this. Michael is watching and he's waiting. You've felt it, haven't you? The strange quiet today, the unexpected restlessness. It wasn't random. It wasn't your mind playing games. That was heaven's way of tapping your shoulder, because tonight someone was sent for you. The angels have taken your name up in a sacred scroll, and what they've planned, it can't be delayed. A movement, a relocation, a divine shift in your atmosphere. You're about to be moved, beloved, not just physically, but spiritually. And here's the part that no one else knows. Michael didn't just approve your name. He begged for it to be written. He stood before God, trembling with love for you. You have no idea how many battles he's fought just to make sure you would live to see this message. It's not an accident. It's a miracle hidden inside a warning. If you skip this, if you brush it off like all the others, something precious may pass you by. Let me whisper something strange but sacred into your spirit. A meeting was held in heaven 3 nights ago, and your name was mentioned 5 times. Each time an angel nodded. Each time your spirit glowed. But there was one condition before they move you, before they send the visitation. It's this: you must know what's coming. You must be ready, heart, soul, and home. Please listen. I need you to keep reading, because in less than 2 hours, your environment will begin to feel different. You'll think it's just a breeze or maybe a forgotten memory, but it's not. It's the angelic transition beginning, and if you're not aware of the truth, if you don't prepare your space, they might delay the miracle again. They don't want to, but your spiritual awareness matters more than you think. Archangel Michael says, "My child, I am preparing the space where you will go next, but I can only protect what you open your heart to. Please don't shut me out this time." He remembers the last time he tried to contact you. He was outside your window at 3:33 a.m., whispering through the wind, but your pain was too loud. Your heartbreak covered your ears. You didn't hear him knock, and so the miracle paused. But tonight you heard something, didn't you? You weren't supposed to be here reading this. That's why it feels strange. That's why it feels divine, because it is. Right now, you are inside one of the most supernatural moments of your life. And if you trust this, if you lean in instead of clicking away, heaven will release something you've been secretly praying for, even the things you've been too scared to ask for. You want proof. Look back at what's been happening. The dreams, the signs, the random moments of deja vu, the way people have been acting strangely around you, the sudden urge to clean your room or move furniture or light a candle. These aren't coincidences. These are the angelic cues that your environment is about to change because your soul has matured. It's time, love. If you believe in signs, if you felt something already tonight, comment "I am ready" below, because even by writing those words, you send a signal into the angelic realm that yes, you are open. Yes, you are aware. Yes, you are still listening. And when heaven sees that, oh beloved, the blessings unlock faster. Michael is pacing. He doesn't pace often, but tonight he's nervous, not because he doubts God, but because he knows you might skip this again. Please don't. He has waited days for this chance, and let me tell you something only heaven knows. Your name was almost replaced on the scroll last night, but Michael said, "Give them one more chance. I'll do anything. Just let me try one more time." And heaven agreed. So now it's here. This message, these 2 hours, this tiny window of divine motion, everything is set. All that's missing is your belief. And when you believe, when you dare to believe that this message is not just words but a spiritual instruction, then what's waiting outside your home can enter without fear. And what's hiding behind closed doors will finally be revealed. There's a reason you're still reading this, and no, it's not because you're bored. It's because your soul knows something is coming. That internal buzzing, that sense that something is off or shifting, it's not anxiety, it's spiritual alertness. Your spirit is awake, and Michael says, "Good. Stay alert. Stay listening. I'm almost there." 2 hours from now, your name will be spoken again in the realm you cannot see, and when it is, something in the atmosphere will move. Maybe you'll hear a sudden noise. Maybe the lights will flicker. Maybe your phone will ring, and someone unexpected will say something that changes everything. Or maybe, just maybe, you'll feel a warmth on your back and you'll know Michael just walked through the wall. He can do that, you know. The archangels don't need permission to enter a space. They just need a soul that is willing. That's why this message is not just a reading. It's a spiritual contract. If you open your heart to it, something begins now. A countdown, a realignment, a removal of everything that no longer fits the new place heaven is preparing for you. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. Not everyone around you is ready to go with you. Some people you love will try to hold you down. Others will lie, telling you this is all in your head. But deep down, you know who they are. The ones who always call when your energy is finally rising. The ones who check on you only to plant doubt. Let them go, Michael says. You can't soar if you keep holding the ones who want to stay crawling. It's not cruelty. It's calling. And tonight, your calling is coming closer. Angels have already flown past your home twice. Once at 12 a.m., again at 3:33 a.m. That was the final inspection. They are watching for signs from you, small signs. Light a candle, whisper a prayer, rearrange one thing in your room as a signal. I'm ready. You think that's silly. It's not. Heaven doesn't need grand gestures. It just needs honesty, willingness, movement. And when you move, God moves faster. Michael has been assigned to people before, but never like this. He's gone off script for you. He took risks for you. Even when you forgot him, skipped the last message, rolled your eyes, he still watched over your house. And now your house is the location of a divine operation. In less than 2 hours, heaven is going to tap the spiritual map. When they do, your name will glow, your street will shift, the energy will rise, and the angels who have been circling your destiny will finally land. But they can only land if the one thing missing is present, and that's your agreement. Yes, heaven needs your yes. Not a perfect yes, not a loud yes, just a real one. Type "I say yes" below. Speak it softly. Whisper it while looking out the window. That's enough. Because the moment you do, something breaks in the spirit and the old chains. The ones around your finances, your family patterns, your self-worth, begin to weaken. Michael says, you can't soar if you keep holding the ones who want to stay crawling. It's not cruelty, it's calling. And tonight, your calling is coming closer. Angels have already flown past your home twice, once at 12 a.m., again at 3:33 a.m. That was the final inspection. They are watching for signs from you, small signs. Light a candle, whisper a prayer, rearrange one thing in your room as a signal. I'm ready. You think that's silly. It's not. Heaven doesn't need grand gestures. It just needs honesty, willingness, movement. And when you move, God moves faster. Michael has been assigned to people before, but never like this. He's gone off script for you. He took risks for you. Even when you forgot him, skipped the last message, rolled your eyes, he still watched over your house. And now your house is the location of a divine operation. In less than 2 hours, heaven is going to tap the spiritual map. When they do, your name will glow, your street will shift, the energy will rise, and the angels who have been circling your destiny will finally land. But they can only land if the one thing missing is present, and that's your agreement. Yes, heaven needs your yes. Not a perfect yes, not a loud yes, just a real one. Type "I say yes" below. Speak it softly. Whisper it while looking out the window. That's enough. Because the moment you do, something breaks in the spirit and the old chains. The ones around your finances, your family patterns, your self-worth, begin to weaken. Beloved, this is not just a relocation, it's an extraction. They're pulling you out from places that looked safe but were secretly sinking. You were in spiritual quicksand and didn't even realize it, but Michael saw it. He fought through it. He cut ropes off your back that you never saw. That headache last night, that heaviness that came out of nowhere, that was Michael fighting something for you. And now, here's the most beautiful part. What was supposed to destroy you this month has been reversed. Why? Because you're finally reading this. You finally opened the scroll, and heaven has been holding its breath, waiting for this moment. They knew you would. They saw it before you did. And now you're exactly where you need to be. Do you know how rare that is? There are thousands who were given this message but skipped it, ignored it, brushed it off like a silly thing. But not you. You made it this far, which means something inside you is waking up. And that part of you, that ancient, powerful, divine part, that's what the enemy is afraid of. That's why so many attacks came recently. Not because you're weak, but because you're dangerous to darkness. You carry something, a light, a scent of heaven. And Michael says, this time you will not be stolen from. This time your miracle will not go to someone else. This time you will not miss the move. But to seal it, you must do one more thing. You must stay aware until the 2 hours are over. That's it. Don't scroll endlessly. Don't numb yourself. Stay connected. Stay listening. You're going to feel something in the air soon. When you do, don't panic. Don't brush it off. Breathe and say, I'm here. I'm listening. Because what's coming, oh beloved, you don't want to miss it. It's not just about a house. It's about your life, your calling, your real path. The one that was buried under pain, shame, delays, and wrong people. That path is clearing. And just before this day ends, a knock may come, physically or spiritually or through someone unexpected. Don't ignore it. Angels don't always show up with wings. Sometimes they look like a neighbor or a message like this, or a dream that suddenly makes sense. Stay open. Stay present. Your soul is about to be reintroduced to why it was created in the first place. Beloved, you were never meant to live a small, silenced life. That anxiety you've been carrying, that heaviness behind your smile, that feeling that something is missing even when things are fine. It's not in your head. It's the sound of your soul knocking from the inside, begging to be let out. And Archangel Michael says it's time. Open the door. But here's where it gets more serious. In the next 2 hours, there will be an attempt, spiritual or emotional, to distract you. You might suddenly feel sleepy. You might receive a phone call, or someone may even try to provoke you into a petty argument. That is not random. That is resistance. Because the closer your miracle gets, the louder the noise becomes. Don't fall for it. This is your final stretch. You've already passed the hardest test, believing. Now you're being called to protect what's been promised to you. Guard this moment like it's gold, because it is. Michael says heaven had to reroute this blessing 3 times because you were not in the right alignment before. But this time is different. You're in position. You're finally ready. Think of it like this. Imagine a group of divine architects drawing blueprints for your life. They had the plans ready, but the land, your soul, wasn't cleared yet. Now the land is open, the foundation is prepared so the building can begin. And oh, what a beautiful structure is coming. You won't just have peace, you'll live inside it. And there's more. Someone who hurt you deeply is about to receive a divine message too. Not punishment, but realization. They will remember what they did. They will feel it. And whether they apologize or not, you will feel the release. You won't carry their shadows anymore. That old tie is breaking tonight. Michael whispers, tell them the silence they've been feeling is not abandonment. It's the pause before the thunder. What thunder, you ask? The sound of God's movement in your life. It starts subtly, but then it roars. And when it does, doors that refuse to open will suddenly swing wide. The rejection letters, the unanswered calls, the ignored efforts, that season ends tonight. But please don't skip the preparation. Don't just wait, participate, stand up. Light something, a candle, incense, a light bulb, anything. Heaven doesn't need light to see you, but sometimes you need light to remind your soul, I'm still alive. I'm still here. I still believe. There's something strange happening around your bed right now. You may feel a shift in temperature, a soft wind though the windows are closed, or maybe your heart is racing for no reason. That's the angelic presence drawing closer. They're scouting. They're checking if you're still spiritually awake. Michael says, my wings are stretched. I'm watching their home. I just need their heart to stay open a little longer. Now breathe with me. Inhale slowly and exhale. Let this next part settle deep. You have never been forgotten, not even once. There wasn't a single tear that fell from your face that heaven didn't record. Even the nights you thought no one was coming, someone was. You just didn't see them. But tonight you will. Not with your human eyes, but with your knowing. Your spirit will feel the shift, the confirmation, the yes. Do you want to know why heaven waited until tonight? Because there's something aligned about this date, this hour, this version of you. You've grown. You're not who you were last month. You're not even who you were last week. Life has carved you, but instead of making you bitter, it's made you braver. And heaven needs brave hearts in this next chapter. That's why they chose you. There's something strange happening around your bed right now. You may feel a shift in temperature, a soft wind though the windows are closed, or maybe your heart is racing for no reason. That's the angelic presence drawing closer. They're scouting. They're checking if you're still spiritually awake. Michael says, my wings are stretched. I'm watching their home. I just need their heart to stay open a little longer. Now breathe with me. Inhale slowly and exhale. Let this next part settle deep. You have never been forgotten, not even once. There wasn't a single tear that fell from your face that heaven didn't record. Even the nights you thought no one was coming, someone was. You just didn't see them. But tonight you will. Not with your human eyes, but with your knowing. Your spirit will feel the shift, the confirmation, the yes. Do you want to know why heaven waited until tonight? Because there's something aligned about this date, this hour, this version of you. You've grown. You're not who you were last month. You're not even who you were last week. Life has carved you, but instead of making you bitter, it's made you braver. And heaven needs brave hearts in this next chapter. That's why they chose you. But you must promise this one thing. Don't go back. Don't go back to the patterns, people, or places that kept you small. The version of you that tolerated less is gone. A new name has been whispered over your life, a new authority, a new light. And if you trust it, even when it doesn't make sense, you will walk into places people like you were never expected to enter. Michael says, they will try to figure out how you got there, but they won't know, because the truth is, I carried you. And now I must ask you to do something bold, something simple but powerful. Speak out loud, yes. Even in a whisper, Michael, I trust you. I am ready to move. Show me where to go. That one sentence is a signal. It's like flipping a spiritual switch. When those words leave your lips, it sends a pulse through the angelic realm. It tells them the soul is ready. Begin the transition. That's when the miracle starts. Now, if you've made it this far, something is already changing around you. I can feel it. You may be feeling emotional right now. Don't stop it. Let it rise. That's not weakness. That's the spirit shedding old skin. It's the soul preparing for what's next. And let me be very clear. What's next is nothing like what you've known before. Not just survival, but overflow. Not just peace, but power. Not just healing, but wholeness. Not just love, but divine alignment. Michael says, tell them I'm already outside. I'm just waiting for their signal. Right now, your house may look the same. The walls, the floor, the lights, the shadows, they seem untouched. But in the unseen, your home has become a spiritual gate. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. The Vatican's wealth manifestation secret. For 6 centuries, the Vatican has kept hidden a wealth manifestation secret. You can access it right now to attract abundance today. The secret the Vatican used to amass billions in wealth lies in a 2,000-year-old gospel, widely acknowledged to be the first gospel. It contains an ancient prayer that has never seen the light of day, a prayer that can transform one's life. This prayer is based on the hidden truth the church does not want anyone to know, the truth behind the words, "The kingdom of God is within." In other words, we all have manifestation power within. You just need to activate the part of your mind that switches on that manifestation ability. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. This ancient prayer will switch on that hidden manifestation power today. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. You don't see it yet, but angels are positioning themselves around your structure like guards. They are standing shoulder to shoulder, awaiting the final call. And Michael, he's not standing. He's kneeling, praying over you. Yes, the Archangel himself is in prayer for you. Heaven is watching this moment like it's the climax of a great story. And it is, because tonight, the storyline changes. You were once the person always ignored, forgotten, left behind. But now, your name is on a divine envelope. Inside that envelope is your next assignment, your next blessing, your next place. The angels are ready to deliver it, but first, your awareness must be sealed. This is where so many people fail. They get distracted. They click away. They go back to fear. Please don't do that. Michael says, "Beloved, this is sacred. I fought for this scroll. I was nearly denied, but I begged heaven. I swore I would reach you in time. And now, if you stay, I will." Now something strange will begin to happen. You'll notice certain people start texting you again or go completely silent. That's not random. That's spiritual sorting. The ones who disappear were never meant for the next level. The ones who reappear are either returning to make peace or to test your boundaries. Be wise. Michael is watching how you respond, because your responses now will determine how quickly you are moved. Your house is not just a house tonight. It is the landing strip for angelic presence. If there is clutter, clear it. If there is darkness, light something. If there is pain, release it. Even if you whisper through tears, "God, I'm scared, but I trust you," that is enough. They are listening. And the angels, they love honesty more than perfection. Michael says, "Tell them their tears are holy ink. Every drop is rewriting their story." And now comes the part one must tell you, even if it's hard to hear. There is someone in your life who does not want you to be free. Not because they're evil, but because your light exposes their shadows. Your healing reminds them of the pain they refuse to face. So they try to delay you subtly, with guilt, with passive comments, with silence when you need support. Let them go. They're not your enemy, but they can't go with you. And that's okay, because heaven is sending new connections. People who speak to your soul, not your wounds. People who don't drain your spirit, but water your calling. People who don't need your energy, they add to it. Tonight begins that process, a heavenly separation. And in 2 hours, the divine clock resets your life. You may even see a specific time on your phone again and again. 1:11:3, 33:4, 44. That's no glitch. That's heaven's countdown reminding you, stay close. We are near. The light around you is going to shift. Even when you turn the lights off, you may see shapes in your vision, colors behind your eyelids, a soft whisper through the window. These are not tricks. These are not your mind playing games. These are confirmations. And beloved, you've earned them. You've survived what others would have died from. You've endured heartbreaks that cracked your chest open, but instead of turning to darkness, you kept looking for light. And that is why heaven has chosen now. Not because you're perfect, but because you're willing. Willing to believe when it's hard, willing to love when it hurts, willing to trust when it doesn't make sense. And now heaven says, because of that, we trust you with more. More what? More peace, more clarity, more provision, more supernatural visitations. Yes, you read that right. You're going to start feeling more angelic presence. Not just goosebumps, not just dreams, but full awareness. You'll know someone is there watching, guarding, speaking. You may hear your name being whispered in the early hours. That's not sleep paralysis. That's not anxiety. That's Archangel Michael calling you closer. And when you hear him, don't be afraid. Say, "Michael, I welcome you. Speak to me." That short sentence is a spiritual permission slip. The moment you say it, the scroll that's been sealed with your name is unrolled. And what's written on it will begin to play out day by day, hour by hour, like a divine script unfolding before your very eyes. And now I ask you again, can you feel it? The wind is changing, the atmosphere is rising, the pressure in your chest is building, but it's not fear, it's the weight of arrival. You've waited long enough. You've suffered long enough. You've wondered, when is it my time? Long enough. Archangel Michael says, now it is. Now please don't doubt this. Willing to believe when it's hard, willing to love when it hurts, willing to trust when it doesn't make sense. And now heaven says, because of that, we trust you with more. More what? More peace, more clarity, more provision, more supernatural visitations. Yes, you read that right. You're going to start feeling more angelic presence. Not just goosebumps, not just dreams, but full awareness. You'll know someone is there watching, guarding, speaking. You may hear your name being whispered in the early hours. That's not sleep paralysis. That's not anxiety. That's Archangel Michael calling you closer. And when you hear him, don't be afraid. Say, "Michael, I welcome you. Speak to me." That short sentence is a spiritual permission slip. The moment you say it, the scroll that's been sealed with your name is unrolled. And what's written on it will begin to play out day by day, hour by hour, like a divine script unfolding before your very eyes. And now I ask you again, can you feel it? The wind is changing, the atmosphere is rising, the pressure in your chest is building, but it's not fear, it's the weight of arrival. You've waited long enough. You've suffered long enough. You've wondered, when is it my time? Long enough. Archangel Michael says, now it is. Now please don't doubt this. Now listen closely, beloved. In these next few minutes, something is going to test your belief, something small. It might even seem meaningless at first. A phone call that feels off, a sharp emotion from nowhere, a delay, or a sudden memory from your past. Don't ignore it. Don't get upset. That's not life being cruel. That's your old timeline collapsing. Archangel Michael says, before I can move you, I must shake loose everything that has held you captive. And sometimes the shake doesn't come in thunder. It comes in silence. It comes in that strange feeling in your chest when something is no longer for you. It comes in that whisper you hear when everyone else says, stay, and your soul says, it's time to go. And yes, the move is still happening tonight. Heaven has already dispatched your angelic transition team. That may sound dramatic, but in the realm of the spirit, things are just as organized as they are here on earth. Your name is now on a celestial file. You've been stamped, approved, cleared, and once this message ends, your shift begins. That's why you can't leave yet. That's why every paragraph pulls you deeper, because this is a preparation chamber. Michael is already standing at the front of your house in spirit. He's been there for a while now, but tonight he's holding something. A sword, yes, but also a letter from God with your name on it. And inside that letter are the things you were not supposed to know until now. The reason for your waiting, the reason certain people disappeared, the reason the last door slammed shut, and most of all, the secret behind your suffering. You see, heaven doesn't waste pain. What you went through wasn't a punishment. It was a permission, a cosmic permission to unlock what others could not access. Your heartbreak gave you eyes that see deeper, hear softer, love wider. You may think your weakness disqualified you, but in God's kingdom, your wounds qualified you. That's why you were chosen, not in spite of your past, but because of it. Michael says, tell them the exact moment they thought they were breaking is when their wings began forming. And yes, you do have wings. You just forgot how to use them. But tonight, you're going to remember, not with your mind, but with your movement. There will be a moment in the next 2 hours when something inside you says, do it. Maybe it's cleaning, maybe it's crying, maybe it's walking outside and looking at the sky. Don't resist it. That moment is your spiritual flight simulation. Heaven wants to see if you're willing to rise before the miracle arrives, because once you do, oh beloved, the doors will open without you even touching them. Now, let's talk about something else the angels told me. The next 72 hours of your life have been highlighted in gold. Yes, gold. A rare color code that heaven only uses when favor is about to overtake someone. That means 3 specific things will begin to happen after this message ends. 1, someone you forgot about will suddenly message you, but this time it's not to hurt, it's to heal. 2, a piece of good news will come masked as an inconvenience. Don't get upset. Hidden in that delay is divine protection. 3, you will have a dream or moment where someone tells you it's time. When that happens, trust it completely. But for all this to begin, Michael says they must complete the final step, declaration. What does that mean? You must speak your readiness into the atmosphere. No more waiting silently, no more hiding your faith. Right now, say out loud or type it below, Michael, I am ready. I receive my shift. I welcome the angels. That sentence is not just words, it's a key, a signal. The moment it leaves your lips, the spiritual world adjusts, the angels move faster, the resistance begins to crumble, and what was blocked before begins to unlock. Heaven will not hesitate. They've just been waiting on your yes. And if you're still here reading this with an open heart, then your yes has already been heard. Now, close your eyes for a second, just a second. Picture your room glowing. Imagine light coming from corners you never noticed. Picture Michael standing at the foot of your bed holding that letter. Hear him say, "Beloved, it's time." And open your eyes, because that is not your imagination. That is your confirmation. You're still here, and that means your spirit is ready to receive what others rejected. Most people never make it this far, but you've crossed the threshold. And now Michael is smiling. He turns to the angels around your home and says they didn't skip. They stayed. They're ready. Let's begin. You may feel a slight pressure in your head, your heart, or your hands. That's not your body reacting, it's your soul activating. When angelic activity increases, the human vessel responds. So if you feel lightheaded or tears start to fall for no reason, or if you suddenly feel like standing and walking toward the window, don't stop it. That's your divine DNA saying yes. And now I must tell you this. You are not just being moved from a physical place. You are being relocated to a new frequency, a new vibration, a new timeline. One where your energy will no longer be drained by the wrong people. One where your gifts will not be hidden anymore. One where love, true, healing, soul-anchoring love will finally find you. Archangel Michael says, "Tell them someone who's been silently praying for their heart is about to cross their path. But if they skip this message, they may miss that meeting." Yes, beloved, a divine connection has already been written into your new chapter, and their name is linked to your destiny. The angels call them a soul mirror, not because they're perfect, but because they reflect the version of you that God always intended to reveal. And now the angels are closing the gate behind your old life. That's why people from your past may suddenly grow distant. That's why you may feel sad without knowing why. It's okay. You're grieving a version of yourself that no longer exists. You're not crazy. You're evolving. You matter more than you've ever known, and all of heaven paused for this exact moment because you are the chosen one. You may feel ordinary, but heaven sees you as extraordinary. You may feel forgotten, but you were handpicked for divine delivery. You may feel afraid, but angels surround you. And now you must live like someone who has already received their miracle, because if you made it to the end of this message, that's exactly who you are. One last time, type "I receive this blessing" if you feel heaven has whispered to you. This is not goodbye. This is the beginning. The scroll has been opened. The seal has been broken. The courier is coming, and your miracle is already on its way. This is Archangel Michael, with love, with light, and with a divine promise sealed in heaven. Amen. Beautiful. Let's extend the divine energy just a little further, giving your viewers a final surge of heavenly emotion so when they finish, they don't just hear a message, they feel changed forever. Here's the sacred afterglow, the final continuation that wraps their soul in peace, reverence, and holy awe. Child of light, even though the message is complete, the presence remains. Right now, as you breathe, angels are walking the halls of your home. They're not loud, they don't need to be. Their energy is enough to push out fear, darkness, delay. You may feel the air shift. That's not just imagination, that's protection. That's the final layer of this divine delivery activating. Michael is quiet now. He has stepped back, but he is watching. He always does when a scroll is received. And heaven is waiting for your response. Not your words, but your heart, your choice. That silent agreement between your soul and the divine. You see, not everyone opens when called. Some hearts are too guarded. Some timelines are too loud. Some souls are too distracted to realize that the very moment they've been begging for is here. But not you. You stayed. You listened. You believed. And because of that, heaven is moving. The shift is already rippling through unseen realms. By the time you lay your head to sleep tonight, something will feel different. The way you breathe, the way you look at the world, the quiet certainty that something sacred has happened. Because it has. This is how miracles begin. Not with thunder, but with truth. Quiet, divine, irreversible truth. So tonight, leave the door of your heart open. The courier still may arrive in dreams, in whispers, in visions. You may wake up in the middle of the night with a word in your mouth. Write it down. That's the language of heaven. And when you feel overwhelmed, just remember this. You were seen, you were chosen, you were spoken to. That's not normal. That's not coincidence. That's proof that you are living in a divine script that cannot be erased. And this chapter, it will be your most beautiful yet. Final reminder, if your soul has awakened through this message, please type "Thank you, Archangel Michael" in the comments. Let heaven see you. Let the angels mark you as open. And if you feel led to listen again, do it. Every time you do, another layer unfolds because this message was never just words. It was a key. And now that it's been turned, heaven is no longer silent. Watch what happens next. This is not just the end of a video. This is the beginning of your miracle. And Archangel Michael will be waiting when the courier finally knocks. Let that go. Write that idea. Apply for that thing. Open your hands. Do it. Because the moment you respond, the angelic realms align their movements with yours. Co-creation begins, and your destiny starts to unfold like a sunrise over water. Slow, bright, unstoppable. Now I want to leave you with one final instruction. Keep your space open tonight. If possible, clear a small area in your home. Light something fragrant. Keep a journal nearby. Stay off your phone for a while. Play soft music. Watch how the air changes. If you feel chills, say "Thank you." If you hear your name, say "Yes." If you sense you're not alone, you're right. You've welcomed heaven, and heaven has come. And finally, Michael says, with tenderness and fierce love in his voice, "Beloved, I've waited lifetimes for this moment." You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are a royal soul. You carry the echo of God's first breath. I would give up everything to protect you, but now you are ready to protect yourself. and I will walk with you every step of the way." And then, in a voice only your soul can truly understand, he leans in and whispers, "I knew you'd say yes." If this message stirred something deep in your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Comment below, "I didn't skip, I believe. I welcome what heaven has prepared." Let the angels see your heart. Let Michael know you heard him. This is not the end. This is the birthing. Welcome to your new season, your new frequency, your divine timeline. Heaven is proud of you, and Archangel Michael is right beside you always. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Doing $300 per day is easy. I will prove to you beyond doubt that making $300 every day is easy. I will also prove to you that you have the one thing needed to do this. And if you think this is some clickbait thing, it's not. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Go here to see exactly what I am talking about. I must warn you, though, it's very addictive. If you are a person that gets addicted to stuff, this is probably not for you. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you.